What we are doing with Bollywood dance is sort of a movement, and I think it's a great time for Bollywood dance as it is becoming more mainstream. Our 3-week program has some really interesting concentrations. One is stage week, then we have technique week and film week. These are experiences that you're never going to get anywhere else, just training in a studio. So I think it's a really interesting and exciting opportunity of a lifetime. I never thought that I'd actually be able to take Bollywood dance and turn it into a career in the US. Bollywood dance in New York is now a form that's become mainstream, and I think it's taken about 10 years to get to that point.
How did you guys know that you wanted to work together?
Well, I met Rouge through the Indo-American Arts Council and Jonathan Hollander of Battery Dance Company. And we had I was the executive and artistic director of a large dance organization, and we did international dance and arts exchange. And when I met Rouge and saw her work, and we started talking about how dance is so important cross-culturally, we hit it off immediately, and it was very exciting to work with her in the beginnings of the Institute of Bollywood Dance and Film.
Sometimes it's very difficult for Indians to explain their culture and their art to other communities. But with Kate, it was instantaneous, which is amazing because that's really, really hard to find someone who understands it to that level, especially in the dance world. So as soon as we started working together and she sort of felt the vibe of what we were doing and really was like on board right from the get-go.
Could you tell us a little bit about what the Summer Intensive program entails, step by step of each day?
So we basically have a 3-week program, first week being stage week, second week being technique week, and third week being film week. Now, we do understand for a lot of the professionals or people who are occupied with other things, it's really difficult to commit to the 3 weeks. So we also have weekend workshops and we have night classes for the professionals. I want dancers to realize that stage and film are very different mediums and have to be treated differently. So our 3rd week, film week, is super exciting because for the first time we're actually bringing a choreographer from India. His name's Sumit Nagdev. He's a judge on a very big dance show in India, and him and I will be teaching choreography, but then we are also going to be talking about dance on film. Once again, this is not something you learn in a studio. It's something you learn on set, and as kids, they don't get those opportunities. So we're going to talk about what kind of angles we use, why we might use them, what movement works better on camera. And the coolest thing is we're actually going to take this choreography and shoot a music video on the streets of New York, and kids will have a show reel to go home with.
We are developing professionals, right? And we have a strong musical theater program. And in fact, we have a 5-week intensive. And we came up with this word like Bollyway because, you know, we have Bollywood on Broadway now. And a lot of musical theater students and professionals don't have access to strong teachers. It's, you know, they get choreography and then they're like, oh, now I have to go find a teacher. So this is really adding to, I'd say, it takes Joffrey to a higher level, in a sense, when we train our students, because now they're getting real training that's solid and very grounded in a week-long, 3 weeks of this opportunity, and then access during the year to Rouge. So it's very, very exciting I think, for the dance field.
Here's a place you can come to, the Summer Intensive at Joffrey with IBDF, that you can actually take these different forms and learn them in their purest form.
I trained in Kuchipudi for 15 years, and it's a predominant Indian classical art form. And what's great about India is that each state has its own classical art form, and Bollywood is really a fusion of all of them, including folk and contemporary. It really is so nuanced, and it takes the best of all of our different dance forms, and that's what we're trying to achieve with the Summer Intensive. Now we're merging in hip-hop and Lavani and Kathak and contemporary, so you're getting the best of so many worlds of dance, and that's something really unique that hasn't happened on a global scale, let alone in New York. So yeah, it's great to be a part of a movement like this.